You're over here.
And you look beautiful, and you're doing a fantastic job.
Thank
if I
you.
can say so myself.
Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you.
All right. Just a moment.
You look like you're in a spa with organic skincare products.
And I am.
We're
Look at my spa here.
Couldn't be a better place to be in a spa with organic skincare.
It's,
Okay.
Did you get it?
Okay. I think we got it here. There you are. Okay.
Oh, hi.
Yay!
Oh, yay. We had Facebook. It's not our fault. The nerds in Silicon Valley.
No, you can't blame that.
Why? Okay. No.
Can't blame
Because
them.
they're great. We don't want to say anything bad about them. Anyway.
Okay, so Alan, you just have to flip the phone now because it's a picture of you instead of Suzanne.
It would be nicer to on the
Oh, there you go.
Facebook, Alan, on Facebook.
Okay, you did it.
Of course I did it.
Okay. All right. So, my Instagram audience has been listening, but I happen to know that my cousin Betty is watching for the first time, and it's her birthday on Sunday, and she's going to be 98. And all her life, she'd never tell anybody what her age is, but now we know, Betty. Now we know. The secret is out. And she's the sweetest person there ever was. She and my mother were so sweet. Well, my mother was sweet. She is sweet. She's very much alive. And what did you say about Betty, Caroline?
I said that we have been married for 29 years, and every year on our anniversary, Betty sends us an anniversary card.
Yeah, and I'm 74 years old. There's never been a birthday where Betty's missed sending me a card. And we all think we're so special, but she has done this for everyone in our immediate family. And it's like that's her job. And I'm sure she signs cards every day. But anyway, Betty, you are so appreciated. And I'm so happy that your birthday is Sunday and we're going to have such a good time. We have a surprise for you coming on Sunday, so you'll find out then, okay? Anyway, girls, all of you who are watching, welcome to our show today. You missed Alan
And
Hamill's...
guys. Lots of guys, too.
And guys, and you missed Alan Hamill's great introduction.
Great.
It was great. It was maybe one of your best.
Okay. So now I'm going to show everyone what we're doing today.
Okay, here's the deal.
Okay, here it is right here.
Yeah.
It's Suzanne Organics 4-piece skincare kit, the Everyday Cleanser, Calming Toner, Bioactive Moisturizer, and Peach Exfoliating Cleanser.
That's
The
kit number
retail
one.
value, $150.
Yep.
Sale, $100. That's 30% off. Jump on this baby at SuzanneSummers.com.
But what about the other deal? Because the other deal is the 5-piece kit, which
Oh,
includes...
right. Oh,
Six
right.
piece, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
6-piece.
The
okay.
deal gets better.
Yeah.
Okay, here it is. Here it is. Suzanne Organic 6-piece skincare kit, Everyday Cleanser, Calming Toner, Bioactive Moisturizer, Peach Exfoliating Cleanser, Anti-Aging Eye Cream, I love that, and Ageless Serum, I love that. Okay? Retail value $230. Sale $140. That's
Pretty great.
40%
Yeah, pretty
off
great.
SuzanneSummers.com.
Yeah. And is it a site-wide sale too, or not? Just this?
Just
No,
this.
no, today are these two bundles. Because
Okay.
we can do a deeper discount when we do the bundle sale. So
Okay,
you can see
all
this
right.
goes all the way up to
All right.
40% off.
All right, so I won't talk about Gut Renew, but I will talk about Gut Renew in a while, or Immune Support, or the Thigh Master, or the Butt Master, or the olive oils that we have that are so good, and the balsamic vinegars that are so good. I had some friends over for dinner the other night, and I had these fresh tomatoes. I hope I didn't tell you this. I don't want to be repeating myself, but I had these beautiful fresh tomatoes I picked from our garden, and there's nothing better. Because when you pick them from the garden, you get them at their perfect ripeness. And I sliced them, and I served them with fresh burrata, which is the most divine cheese. And then I snipped fresh basil all over it. And then I poured the Meyer lemon olive oil. You got to get that. And then I drizzled just a little vanilla fig balsamic vinegar. And I happen to have had some pesto, which I'm going to make for you on Thursday. And I put a little spoon of pesto, which is the basil pine nut pesto. And my guest said, You know, I order this every time I go out. It's called Caprese. Only mine is called Crazy Caprese. And he said, this is the best I've ever had. And I thought, I know. I am not modest about my cooking. I am a really great cook. Can't help it. I was given a little book when I was a little girl, a golden book. Did any of you have golden books?
Oh, yeah, I did.
No, you didn't. You didn't
No,
have
I
any
did.
toys. You had a dumb piece of wood with ears on it.
I think I had Colonel Powers in the 8th Air Force.
What's that?
I don't know, I can't remember.
And what is this piece of wood? Because he always says, I never had a toy. What was this piece of wood you had?
I had a piece of wood that had 2 pieces of leather hanging off the top of it.
Uh-huh. And what was it?
And a tail, and then wheels on the bottom, and it was made by one of the boarders in our house.
Oh.
And I used to push myself around the kitchen.
Don't you wish you still had that?
I do.
That. His father worked as a tailor at, was it Tip Top Tailors?
Tip Top Tailors.
Making pockets.
Yeah.
And he saved his father's sewing machine that we have. And I just wish we had your little dumb little elephant toy with the wheels on it. But it was really nice of whoever of your roommates as a child. You know, we won't tell the story again, but maybe we will. His mother was an immigrant who came from Poland. She came right before the war, right?
She came 1 year after World War I in 1919.
So before World War II.
Oh, yeah.
And she got to Canada and scrubbed floors at the train station, saved enough money to buy a house, imagine, and she opened a boarding house with 1 bathroom and 17 boarders, all of whom never left because she cooked for them every day. They all had dinner around the dinner table made by her, and she was an amazing cook, and she ironed their shirts, and she was just a wonderful woman. So that's how America was made. America is the greatest idea there ever was. Can you read me some of the comments and what people are saying?
Christine Keller Klepich.
Who? Clemish?
Christine Keller Klepich.
Okay.
She was your model at HSN. You remember Christine?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Hi.
yeah,
Hi,
yeah.
Christine.
We used to date. Okay. So
That's Al lying.
okay.
Alan is
she
lying.
Says, in caps, yay! On Gut Renew, only 1 week tomorrow. Just started noticing tummy deflating.
Oh. Yeah. I hear it all the time. Are you bloated? Constipated? Got gas? Dog tired?
Fatigue, yeah.
Fatigue. So I wasn't going to bring it out this soon, but you might want this. Everybody who's tried this is a smoothie powder that is on steroids. It's so delicious. Let's start with it's delicious. I had one this morning. I put mangoes. Frozen mangoes. See, your frozen fruit, you buy organic frozen fruit. Your frozen fruit is your ice. So you put that like halfway up, maybe a little over halfway up your blender. Then you add 2 spoons per person who's going to have this. My blender makes enough for 2 people. And you want 2 spoons each. And then I also add to it the immune support, which is zinc and vitamin C, because in today's climate you want to have, immune protection. And then I put some yogurt, and then I put a little cream because I've been trying to gain weight. And I think that's all. And I whip it up, and that's how we get down all our vitamins, and that's why we have flat stomachs. It's pretty great.
Okay. Isabella Comiso says, I've been using Gut Renew for a couple of months. I feel great.
Oh, I'm so glad, Isabella.
Instagram.
Amazing.
And the other
And
night...
also, you have a lot of new people on, Suzanne, who aren't aware of your skincare line. So they're seeing your skincare products.
If any of
for the
you
first time.
ever...
Like, these are Suzanne's basics, but Suzanne's products are organic. They're certified toxic-free.
Right.
She doesn't use any chemicals, no PEGs, no parabens, and they are loaded with botanical actives. So that's why we just kind of went back to basics today and did these huge discounts today on her basic 4-piece kit and the 6-piece kit.
Okay, this is the real deal. The 6-piece skincare kit. Everyday cleanser, calming toner, bioactive moisturizer, peach exfoliating cleanser, anti-aging eye cream, and ageless serum. Retail value $230, sale $140. 40% off at SuzanneSummers.com.
So
Now,
Oh.
one more.
Okay.
This is the 4-piece, okay? I should have showed this to you first, but
Yeah.
you can see it when you go online. This is the 4-piece.
Yeah.
Everyday cleanser, calming toner, bioactive moisturizer, peach exfoliating cleanser, retail value $150, sale 100, 30% off. The other one is a
Great.
much better deal.
So at the end of the day, on the days that I wear makeup, which is show days, I've got makeup on today, the first thing I do before the everyday cleanser is I take this peach exfoliating cleanser, so divine, and it has, the exfoliation is polished peach kernels, and it's so incredible. And you put this all over your face, and then you leave it sit for about 2 minutes, so that the it kind of just
Beta hydroxy acid.
that's what thank you. I lost my train of thought for the beta hydroxy acids. You know, I live in a house made of adobe bricks, and in between each brick is the mortar, right? Keeping the bricks together. Well, our cells have the connections between the cells that keep them together. This softens the skin, and then after 2 minutes, the beta hydroxy acids loosen everything up, and then you just gently exfoliate. And I do that for a minute or two, and then I take it off with a hot steaming cloth and maybe a second hot steaming cloth, and then I wipe that off. Then the next thing I do is the everyday cleanser. Now, if I'm not going to...
Before you move on, Suzanne, and when you take it off, does your face feel like a baby's butt?
I haven't felt a baby's butt in a while. I'm waiting now for my grandchildren to
It's so
bring me
soft when you
babies
take
so I
off
can...
that exfoliating cleanser,
Yeah.
because it sloughs off that top dead layer of skin.
Yeah.
I love the way my face feels after
Me
I
too.
use
Me
it.
too. Especially for me on the days when I wear makeup, because I don't enjoy wearing face makeup. I love wearing eye makeup, but I don't like wearing face makeup. And the exfoliating cleanser is great. Now, I don't.
Terry Wilmus is asking what the shelf life is of these products.
Oh,
2 years.
yeah. I'd say 2 years. There's no preservative in them. Although, well, there are natural. We use Japanese honeysuckle as our preservative. This is the cleanest product. I saw something. Did I send you that article yesterday, Caroline, about in the New York Times that they're starting in the beauty world to embrace natural and organics? And I thought, finally, we've been waiting for this for so long. I'm going to go on record and say I believe that I have the cleanest organic line that is out there, and I believe this because I am a former cancer patient, and the deal I made with myself when I didn't go conventional was that I would eat as though my life depended on it. I would avoid all chemicals. I would think good thoughts. I would sleep, and I would love. And here I am, 20 years later. What are you doing with this?
Well,
Al's being Al.
No.
Betty, if you're watching, here's Al.
Okay.
Who reminds me so much of Roy.
Yeah, Betty, I'm really sorry to have to show you this. Okay. We were going to send this up to you for your birthday, but as you can tell,
Yeah, it's
these poor things,
a little wilted.
little wilted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Like-
pathetic.
Yeah, I know, but I just saw it sitting over
You
there.
could have like had more largesse, you know.
What does that mean?
Largesse, like been more of a sport.
A sport.
Like gone out and bought Betty a really good orchid.
Betty, I promise I'm going to buy you a really good orchid.
Do you love Betty?
I love Betty.
Yeah, we both
and I
love
love
Betty.
your cards, Betty.
Yeah, Betty. Oh
Betty
my
is this
God.
wonderful woman.
The best, the
Yeah.
best, yeah.
Yeah, we could date. Betty and I could have dated.
I'd be okay with it, Betty.
She'd be my older woman.
Yeah, Betty, you're a cougar. Have Sandy explain to you what a cougar is. So you can take your pathetic
Well,
orchids away.
I'm going to try to resuscitate
Look
these
at your
things.
cute chest.
Well, look at no, never mind.
No. Anyway,
I was going to say, before you move on, you've been selling organic products for at least 10 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And you are always ahead of the curve, Miss Summers. And when you
I
first
knew.
come out, people are like, huh?
I knew.
And eventually they catch up with you.
That's what I felt when I sent you that article last night, was in the New York Times, like some big news, and I thought, really? We've been doing this forever.
Exactly.
Wow. But I made a deal with myself 20 years ago that I was going to change my life. And it's about the food I eat. It's the cleanest food, organic food. I think if you really want to know the way to go, it's about the food. I tell you all the time, if you had a Maserati, you'd never put inferior fuel into that Maserati. It's too valuable, right? And look at the crap we put into our bodies. So it's about the food. Organic is not more expensive anymore. It's available everywhere. In fact, the biggest section of produce at Walmart is the organic section. And Costco, we go to Costco to buy our organic meats and vegetables. So that's when it's...
It is more expensive, but it's not as high as it used to be, because now it's a little
Is it?
more
Okay.
available, because you guys have asked for it. It's demand.
Before there was Costco and Walmart and some of the other big box stores that are carrying organic food, we used to go to these little dreary places that sold, did they call it organic or just natural? I can't remember. And the people working there always looked unhealthy. And the produce always looked like it was ready to go in the ground and forever. And it was very difficult to really eat organic in those days. Today, there is such a growth in the organic industry. That's why these two very successful box stores have gone into the business. It's incredible. It is a little more expensive, but it's not crazy expensive. Like organic chicken, I think, is like maybe the last time I saw it, I think it was 10 cents a pound more than the conventional.
Because
Oh, wow.
we're all
Sean
realizing...
Hintz just wrote in and she said, Suzanne, I bought my 4th bag of Gut Renew
Ah.
and I can't be without it. What a difference it has made in my
Oh.
gut. I've also purchased your moisturizers, eye creams, and serums.
Thank you.
Absolutely nothing like your products anywhere.
Thank you. What a lovely letter. And I went to a restaurant, I think it was Friday night here in Palm Springs, and there was a woman who was sitting with her husband as I passed by, and she said, "Can I talk to you?" And she said, "Gut Renew, I've read all your books, I'm on hormones," and she said, "I feel sorry for people who haven't read your books about hormones." And her husband said, "You saved our life." Her name is Gwen. Gwen, if you're watching, that meant so much to me, running into you like that, and I was so happy to sign your book, and I was so happy to meet your husband, and I looked at the two of you, and you two were having a good time, because when your hormones are in balance, you're in balance. And there are two things I realize about life and aging and chapters, etc., is our bodies want balance, and when our bodies are not in balance, nothing works right. And the other thing is our bodies want alignment. I never knew that. I had to break my neck and my spine and my hip and my jaw to learn that, but I realized it's all about balance and alignment. And so what I do for balance is I use all organic skincare. I eat only organic food, but don't cry for me. I eat butter, cream, sour cream, full-fat cream cheese. I love healthy organic fats. I love them. And I eat grass-fed lamb chops. Did you see on my story those lamb chops I made? And grass-fed beef and organic chicken and wild-caught salmon and all these wonderful things. Although I'm just new to salmon, and Caroline's coming down here on Thursday, and I just flew in some salmon from Alaska because it's the cleanest water up there.
Yeah, we have to buy a first-class seat on Alaska Airlines.
With our little fish,
That's
right?
By the way,
And Caroline's going to teach me how to cook great salmon because
by
she
the way,
knows how.
Denise Remser said, pay the grocery store or the doctor. I'd rather pay for the good, healthy food.
Thank you, Denise.
So I have a question. You can decide if you want to answer this or not. But we have
I feel too much pressure.
a good friend of ours who's named Christina, who's asking, that she respectfully requests that you interview Dr. Christiane Northrup. She's being tremendously vilified right now. And I don't know if you want to tell your story about Dr. Northrup, or if you don't want to.
You know
That's
what?
up to you.
You know what? I believe forgiveness is a gift you give yourself. And Dr. Northrup treated me badly initially because, and I understand it. Oh God, I understand it. When you're a doctor, you go to medical school for how many years? Do you know how many years it takes to be a doctor?
I don't know.
It's beyond.
At least 12.
Yeah.
I mean, at least 12 of
Yeah.
them.
And so all of a sudden, and she's a gynecologist, and I come out with my first book on hormones, The Sexy Years, and I sell 1 million copies. I'm on Larry King, and like all of you women and men who, like the couple I ran into the other night, went, oh my God, I've never felt this good in my whole life. But actually you did when you were in your 20s and 30s, when you were making a full complement of hormones. And so there were several doctors that I had worked with initially, not Christiane Northrup, but like Dr. Schwarzbein and several others. And when I was on Larry King, they had written a letter, an op-ed letter to the New York Times saying Suzanne Somers is dangerous to women, and went through all this. And
who is they?
They, well, it was Christiane Northrup and Diana Schwarzbein, and I frankly don't remember the others. They're like,
It was 7 doctors who came out to
yeah,
say
they're in
that
the,
you
it's
were
in the
harming
back of my
people by
mind
putting
right
out
now.
This information.
Yeah, and so Larry King asked me to come on his show for the full hour. He was so great to me, so that I could tell my side of the story, and I was able to. They had the remember the head of the Menopause Society on
The North American Menopause Society.
Yeah, this guy.
It was an Englishman.
Yeah, this guy who's Mr. Expert in menopause. Are you kidding me? And so I let him talk for a while, and I'm so dangerous, he's saying, and you don't know, and you're not a doctor, and you're not this, and you're not that. And I looked at Larry. I love Larry King. I miss him. And I said, I have something I'd like to show you. I'm not a dumb blonde. And I pulled out of my purse this list of all the pharmaceutical companies that were paying this doctor, who was the head of the North American Menopause Society.
Was he a doctor?
I think he was. Maybe I could be incorrect there, but
I
maybe
don't remember a DR
okay,
in
all
front
right.
of his name.
And I love when people sputter. I'm going to get to Christiane. And I said, Larry, would you read this? And Larry read it, and he said, well, what do you have to say? And shortly after that, that guy was fired. Because you know what? Tell us the truth. Tell us the damn truth. Okay, so Christiane Northrup, who has come around. And we've never, like, made up like girlfriends do. But I have forgiven her because I understand that this person who she thought was Chrissy Snow writing these books about hormones.
You were threatening her.
I was, I guess, and it pissed her off. And
also, she was very against bioidentical
and
hormones.
very, very against
She
initially.
came out to say, this is dangerous, you're putting out dangerous information for women. And
Yeah.
somewhere in the last 10 years, she is now one of the preeminent experts on bioidentical hormone replacement therapy. So, you taught her something is really what happened.
By the way,
Thank you, Caroline. Only you could have said that.
By the way,
It's true.
you
It's true.
forgot.
I mean, she completely changed her tune. She was being paid by Big Pharma,
Yeah.
and she came out very strong against you
Yeah.
to say, this is dangerous information, don't listen to a dumb actress. And now she has learned about the benefits of bioidentical hormones, completely changed her tune. So
Okay.
anyway, that's our story.
Okay,
And
now
that's-
I remember one of the doctors.
Yeah.
I think her name was Schwartz. I'm not sure. I can't remember.
Oh,
she used to write.
Erica.
Erica Schwartz.
Yeah.
Doctor. She used to write a page for the National Enquirer, and she's the one who also said that what you
She
were
wrote that letter too. Yeah.
was dangerous, and you produced from your magic purse a
I
prescription.
do my research.
A prescription that she personally had given to one of her patients for bioidentical hormones.
But more than that, she was sending it through the mail. You can't do that. In order to do it correctly, first time, you got to go to that. You got to go to the doctor who gets it, who will then give you your prescription. You don't fool around with hormones, because what they do is they do lab tests to determine your deficiencies and your decline, and what I need is different from what you need and what you need. And she was sending it out through the mail, and I went, that's not right. That is not right.
Well, this is not what she's being called out for right now, but that's our bioidentical hormone story. So in terms of bioidentical hormone replacement, Suzanne's position is that she is on the right side of the argument when it comes to bioidentical hormones.
I know I'm not a doctor, but what I have, and what I know you all know about me, is I have a louder voice, I have credibility, and because of my louder voice and my credibility, and that I've written 27 books, I'm able to get to the best and the brightest doctors, scientists, and professionals. They teach me everything. I spend hundreds of hours with each doctor on not interviewing them. I interview them for 2 or 3 hours, and then I go back to them. When you said this, did you mean this? When you said this, did you mean that? I'd spent so much time, not hundreds and hundreds, maybe 100 hours, tweaking and getting those interviews just right. And when I think it's all correct, then I send it to them for their approval to make sure that there's nothing in there that they have any issue with. I've never been challenged ever in any of my books. And then on top of that, I have Life Extension Scientific Advisory Board of 29 doctors, professionals, and scientists who go over my books with a fine-tooth comb. So by the time you get my books, it's the real deal. I am so proud of that work that I've done. And so I think Christiane Northrup is a fantastic woman, that she could come around again and embrace it. And if she would like to come on my show, I would be thrilled. Okay?
Well, Belle Recknick just said, Caroline, please read to Suzanne. I literally just minutes ago sent off 3 of your bombshell books, your fingernail polishes, vanilla lip balm, rose scent roller, leopard mask, and frizz serum to my 3 besties from high school to treat them. We are 59 this year. I just wanted you to know what an impact you have had on my life. I love everything I have ever purchased. I shouldn't buy so much for myself, but I sure do love it all. My new favorite is the cocoa mango butter.
Oh
yum,
my gosh.
Yum, yum.
What's her name? Rose what?
Belle. Her name is Belle.
Oh, wow. Rose, thank you so much.
Belle.
Her name is Belle.
Oh, Belle.
You said her name is Rose.
Oh, I thought it was Rose Belle. Okay, Belle. Oh, thank you so much. Wow. I'm humbled. Thank you very much. I believe in our products. Like what I've brought for you tonight. I told you about the peach exfoliating cleanser. If any of you watched me when I was on Shop NBC and all the names that network had over the years, and I was on with Kimberly Wells, who I just adore, and she said to me one night, "Let's take our makeup off on camera." And I went, "Really?" So we did, and when I looked over at her, she was using the Everyday Cleanser, and she rubbed it all over her eyes, and I thought, oh, your eyes are going to get all puffy and red and irritated, but they didn't. And I realized, no, of course they didn't. It took off all the eye makeup, it took off the mascara and everything, it softened it up, and the eyes didn't get puffy or irritated because there are no chemicals. And you know what? We call it the twofer. This is, I take off my eye makeup and my makeup with this every night. So I use, on a few nights a week, I use the peach exfoliating cleanser just to like clean the skin and get that baby skin Caroline's talking about. But every night and every morning I use the Everyday Cleanser, and at night I use it to take off my makeup, and then I spray our calming toner, which is so great because it doesn't have alcohol or witch hazel like most toners do, which like to tighten the pores. We don't want to tighten your pores here. What this does, it's willow herb and let me see, where is it? It's got aloe vera, olive leaf, and willow herbs, and it opens the pores. Why? Because then it's ready to receive the ageless serum. Ageless serum is sea algae and African birch. African birch has been was used in Africa for centuries as a medicine, And sea algae is from purified waters, and the buzzword it's in peptides for wrinkles. And it's also, if you have a face master, this is the greatest conductive fluid. I actually don't use our conductive fluid anymore. I only use this because then I get a double treatment. And then you put the ageless serum on. And then after that, you put on the bioactive moisturizer. Now your pores are open because of the calming toner. And so now it's going into your pores, and your skin is drinking this stuff. And it's like going, thanks, thanks. And the bioactive moisturizer, main ingredient is CoQ10. What is that? You know, I tell you all the time, you and I are approximately 70 trillion cells that all talk to one another all the time. They're always talking to one another. That's our communication system. You want to keep your cells healthy. When I wrote my most recent book, A New Way to Age, cellular health kept coming up in every doctor's interview that I hadn't thought about. And I went, well, yeah, if we are 70 trillion cells approximately, then keeping them in tip-top shape is so important. And one of the things I wrote about in A New Way to Age is a supplement we have called Senolytics. You know what Senolytics is? You take comes in a package, and it's very inexpensive. You take two. I give to you and I once a week. Every Friday, Alan and I take our Senolytics. What does that do? Senolytic cleans up cellular debris. So when your cells malfunction and die, it's like crap fell on the floor of your kitchen, and at some point you got to sweep it up, right? But most of us don't realize we need to do that for ourselves, and so the debris floats around in our body and causes inflammation, and that's the big deal. So Senolytics, I went off topic here a little bit, but you could go to my website and get the Senolytics.
I have to tell you something off topic today too, just because it happened today.
Okay.
And I'll tell this story again when we're selling supplements, but I went to the eye doctor today for an eye exam, and there's a picture that they can take of the back of your eye. She said, you had this done 2 years ago, so I'm looking, and she started comparing, and she said, you had few little bumps here, and she said, that's from blue light. So she was asking me how much exposure I have on my devices, and I said, pretty much all day, every day.
Yeah.
So she said, well, what you need, and she gave me a list. You need lutein and theine, so there was a couple, and I said, well, that I work for happens to make an eye protective product for this very reason. And I pulled up the ingredients and I said, does this match all of the specifications? And she looked at it and she said, absolutely. So
what I missed
taking my ocular renew. She said,
I was just going to say, is that ocular renew?
You can't get rid of those spots, but you can slow down the progress.
I was just going to say, is that ocular renew, which you take
It's
at night?
Ocular renew, and she said it doesn't. You can't reverse something, but you can slow it down, and that was the reason.
And you know, this blue light that we're all sitting in front of our computers, and the young people have been sitting in front of their computers most of their lives. You gotta, gosh, you don't want. My mother was essentially blind the last 20 years of her life. She had 2% peripheral vision. A lot of you asked about that picture I posted of her, where I said she couldn't see at the end of her life. That's what happened. And, well, it's a hard life when you can't see. It's really a hard life. And she never complained, but I spent, the day before she died, I was with her, and I had taken her to Denver because a doctor in Denver had been working with people with macular degeneration and injecting them with, I can't remember what right now. And I said, you're old, I know, but if you could see, would you want to? She said, oh, yes. So I took her to Denver, and I never knew if she got her sight back because she died the next day. I don't know why I told you that, but anyway, maybe because Betty's watching, and you know, Betty, I know how much you love my mother.
So Heather Campbell, I think it is,
Yeah.
GVS, said, how do I get the coconut mango butter? Easy. You go to SuzanneSummers.com and you'll see all the other butters there. The coconut mango happens to be my favorite.
It's so incredible.
So when you get it, Heather, If you're with someone you're crazy about, rub it all over your body.
I rub Alan with coconut mango body butter. He loves it. You know what I want to do, Al?
Yeah?
Next time that you and I are in the shower together, which is often, I want to scrub your upper back with acai exfoliating cleanser, which is a little rougher than the other.
Yeah.
But rub it all over your back and just get because he has the most beautiful skin. But he gets kind of rough up here, so it's
Okay,
okay.
I like that, yeah.
All right.
There are
That's our next shower.
other parts of my body you can also...
Okay, there's Al. He's a bad boy. Betty, he's so like Roy. He's a bad boy. Okay, bioactive moisturizer. Why do you care? Again, that's how I started. Oh, that's how I started the whole cellular thing and why we care about our cells and cellular debris. So the outside of the membrane of the cell is made of protein, fat, and carbohydrate. If it's made from the wrong fats, like omega-6, like, vegetable oils and canola oils and things like that, you make a shell around the cell that's kind of like plastic. Then when the free radicals come in your body from chemicals, the free radicals are the bad guys. They attack the cells, and I got to show you this on camera. The cells collapse. Now, there's your debris, okay? The definition of health is having more functioning cells than malfunctioning cells. And most people are living in a paradigm of more malfunctioning cells than functioning cells. So, what does that have to do with moisturizer? I'll tell you. In the center of every cell of the body is the mitochondria. That's your energy center. That's what gives you your get up and go, and you want to play tennis and golf and walk across the street. When you see older people who are kind of shuffling across the street, nothing is activating their mitochondria. But in the bioactive moisturizer is CoQ10. What is CoQ10? Imagine, and Betty, you know this, Roy used to have an outdoor motorboat. When you have an outdoor motor on your boat, you have to pull the ripcord, right? And the ripcord gets that motor going. Well, CoQ10, I love this analogy, is the ripcord for the mitochondria to stimulate your mitochondria. And you go, well, yeah, but we're talking about the skin. Yeah, the skin is the largest organ in the body.
It is?
Yeah, and sorry to tell you that. And it's made up of all the trillions and trillions of cells, and you want it to have energy. That's why when little kids are little and they come in from playing outside, their skin is pink and all, like glowing and beautiful. It's because they have energy in their skin. Energy is that the CoQ10 is stimulating their mitochondria. So we put this.
It really does. It revitalizes. It plumps. It restores. Like you will feel the spring back in your skin after using that moisturizer. As soon as I tried it, I've never used another moisturizer.
It is my favorite. I do find, because it's very dry here, what I've been using lately, because it's so dry, it's been in the hundreds, but not today. Today was great. I've been using the liquid oxygen. Oh my God, I love the liquid oxygen. Do you love the liquid oxygen, Alan?
That is my favorite.
Yeah, that's his favorite.
It's one of our first products.
Yes.
And it's my favorite.
Yeah.
I use it every morning.
Yeah, I do too.
I wash my face.
When I get up in the morning, before you get up, I go into the bathroom and I always put a couple of squirts on and put it all over my face.
It says hello.
Yeah, hello. And then the next thing I put on is the glutathione serum, because glutathione is the detox. And then later on when I get up, then I wash and do that, but I always use the bioactive moisturizer. Now, when you go to bed at night, that's why I think you might be interested in this deep discount in the 6-piece set, is the little pot of gold, we call it, our anti-aging eye cream. And the main ingredient in the anti-aging eye cream is the alpine rose stem cells. Why do you care? Well, if you were, assigned to the fate of being an alpine rose, guess where you have to live? You have to live in the Alps. You have to hang off the side of one of the Alps, way up there in the blizzards and the snow and everything. And then when the time comes for you to become a rose, you have to hang on to the side of the Alps and not let the blizzards blow you off. Know why they don't blow off? Because of their strong stem cells. So we then put it in our eye cream. Great for fat bags, great for dark circles. And I can't say anything like that unless I've been approved. fat bags, and also these little smile lines here, which I have way too many these days, but it's because I've been so happy. That's the 6-piece set. And how much? Now you show the deal, Al.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this the 6-piece you're talking about?
6-piece, yeah.
Okay, the 6-piece is the best deal because it's 40% off, not 30. So it's the Everyday Cleanser, the Calming Toner, the Bioactive Moisturizer, the Peach Exfoliating Cleanser, the Anti-Aging Eye Cream, and the Ageless Serum. Retail value $230, sale $140, 40% off at SuzanneSummers.com.
You did that very well, almost like you used to be an announcer or something.
And here's the other deal of the day. This is 4-piece as compared to the 6-piece. Everyday Cleanser, Calming Toner, Bioactive Moisturizer, Peach Exfoliating Cleanser. Retail value $150, sale $100, 30% off at SuzanneSummers.com.
Very good.
Well, I'll tell you what Rachel Ann Seal said. She said, I have spent thousands on other lines. Never again. This is all I use now and all I need. I get compliments about my skin all the time at 56.
Thank you, Rachel.
And also, Mary Stupa says, as I'm watching you, I use my exfoliating peach cleanser, and then I put on my targeted night cream.
Great. Oh, that's great
So
stuff.
now I'm ready for the night.
Yeah.
And my skin feels beautiful. Thank you so much.
Sweet dreams. And Rachel, the next thing is to get our Sleep Renew, our time release Sleep Renew supplement, which is melatonin released in increments throughout the night. So it puts you to sleep and keeps you asleep without drugs, which to me is key. So we've really spent a lot of time thinking about the new way to age, the new way to live, the new way to survive and thrive in this environmental assault that we're all under. And I believe in our product line so much that I just think it enhances life. I really do. I say this all the time.
Judy Troy is ordering the 6-piece set when this is over. So Judy, I just tagged you with the link for the product.
Great.
Excited you're jumping
Great,
in
Judy.
and trying Suzanne's product and joining the hundreds of thousands of people who just love and love and love these products.
It's so clean. It's so pure. It also, I haven't even talked about this, but see this little dot down here? You can't see it, but when you get it, you'll see it. It's a hard-earned little insignia. And this little insignia signifies that this is certified, all this, toxic-free. What does that mean? That means it has to be grown organically, extracted organically, and nothing upwind or downwind of the product can be used to contaminate the product. And all of our products have qualified for those stringent guidelines, and I'm so proud of that. It's such a great thing to bring to you. Because
do you know what Carla Lane had to say?
What?
She said, I've had bumps on my skin that my dermatologist said they couldn't do anything about, but your products are doing it.
Thank you.
Yay.
I appreciate your saying that, and I'm not surprised. Me too. Me too. I wouldn't even dream of using anything else. It's the best. It's just the best.
Yeah. And Julie Brandwalder said, I just used my $100 gift card. She's to stock up on your stuff. So
Great.
Good for you. You got
Great.
to use your gift card.
All right. Happy birthday, all your mothers. Well, I love all your comments. I love running into you in public when I see you. We went out again last night. We went out Friday night and we went out last night. We had such a good time, didn't we, Alan?
It was great.
To our favorite restaurant, here locally we've been going to for 45 years.
It was the two of us.
Just the two of us. We had such a good time, and a lot of it was mainly women, but some men came over and said the kind of things that you're saying to us right now about how you appreciate the message and the branding. I tell you the truth, and I walk my talk, and I believe in what I'm doing, and I do what I tell you that I'm doing, and I urge you to do the same.
Well, Tammy Sherman Douglas said, I am teaching my granddaughter our skincare with your products.
Oh.
We love doing facials. We are reading A New Way to Age together.
Oh, how nice. When anybody I know has a baby, I send them a box of our lotions and potions because I personally believe that our products are much better for a newborn, clean, pure baby than anything you could buy at the market, no matter what that brand is. There's a lot of crap in those brands, no crap in our brands. And so when you put wild orange vanilla body lotion on your little baby, or body butter on your baby, or coconut oil serum, oh my God, the coconut oil serum is so incredible.
But it's not just coconut oil.
There are
It's
9 different,
argan oil.
Yeah.
It's
Raspberry.
seed oil. It's broccoli oil.
yeah,
And it's
kapuasu.
10W40 for your car.
That's
oil.
Al lying. Al's lying again. But it's like I think like 8 or 9 different oils in there. It's so
Yeah.
great. I once or twice a week I put it all over my face as an oil treatment. Whatever I have left over, I pull through my hair. And when I take my Epsom salt bath at night, which we do about 3 nights a week, I always put some of the coconut oil in there. You can get that at SuzanneSummers.com. It's just great stuff. You know it is. You know it is.
Well, Tamara Ann said, I equate it to when I became a licensed cosmetologist and realized the better hair care products opposed to the over-the-counter stuff. Now we know better. When we do better, I realize now your stuff is better than the salon products. I
Wow.
am continually learning. When we know better, we do better. That's what I meant to say. She said it more eloquently.
Isn't that great? And I know I've told you this before, but my manicurist, Lori, who comes to the house here once a week, she only uses our nail polish, and because it's missing the top 10 offenders. And there's been a lot of information about manicurists having health issues from dealing with all the toxins that they've been exposed to forever. So she's very grateful for that. And she uses the coconut oil for the cuticles and my coconut scrub for the feet, for the pedicure. It's kind of great. I'm proud of what we're doing. I'm proud of you. I'm so glad you all come to my show. And Thursday of this week, I have a pretty good growth of basil outside, and I'm going to show you how to make the greatest pesto you'll ever taste on Thursday night, and then Friday we're having our cocktail party again.
And it stores really well, too.
And it stores really well. So good night, everybody. Thank you so much for coming. What a wonderful hour with you, and I love all your comments and all your compliments, and you mean so much to me. And I hope over the years that I run into every single one of you in some restaurant or something. I'm very friendly. I will always say hello. If you want to take that picture, I will always take that picture. I value you on so many levels you can't imagine. So thank you. Good night. Good night, Betty.